Hi, and welcome to my studio. If you haven't been here before, my name is Julie, and I'm the girl with a brush. And I want to show you a zine that I made. And this is it, and it's kind of big. I should measure. It's like 8.5 by 8.5. It's about 8.5 by 8.5. Okay. I have a table that I craft on that is, I'm going to show you this side first because this is a really good representation of it. My table is about 3 by 4 feet, and I cover it with this brown craft paper, and then I wipe off paint, or sometimes I'm lazy and I just dump paint out. You can see where I painted the edges of things. And I do all kinds of things. I test a stamp, or I stamp off so I can make sure that there's no ink left on it. I try colors. So what I did was I took this piece of paper that was essentially like 30 by 48 inches. And I cut a few inches off of the 30-inch side because it had a tear. But I ended up with this rectangle, and I made a zine. And if you don't know what a zine is, there are a lot of really good videos where you can make zines. I made a zine in a video for Junk Journal January. It was the peeking out video that I called the dating game. So you could go and look at that, but you can also just search for zine. So I took this paper, and I have to tell you that lots of people make zines, but the inspiration for this zine came from Jenny Grant. And I will link Jenny's information. I believe her studio, I think it's Flow Studio, but she is delightful. And she did a little like freebie class, and it was amazing. So I have the zine. So I took my paper, and then I took some stamps and some stencils. So I've got some stamps, and you can see here where I stenciled over the top of the paper, and I just added to all the marks that were already on there. And then on the front here, you can see some of these marks here and some of the colors, but then what I also did was I added, this is just tissue paper and some music, sheet music. And then I used these 2 stencils. And I traced around this one because it kind of blended into the background. And this one I traced around, but he used a glaze pen. So it's one of those Sakura glaze pens. And they're great, but they take a long time to dry. So just know, if you're going to use it, you gotta wait. And I want to show you what's inside of my zine. The reason I made this zine is because we were going to travel. And my son, here's my son. My son was graduating from college with his master's. He went to the Colorado School of Mines. And I use this as my travel journal. And so you can see here all the things that we did. We went to Denver. We stopped in Iowa at a quilt shop. So I cut these from some Dilutions packaging because they looked like quilts to me. We picked my son up on this day, and we went to this bakery restaurant for this amazing French toast and this bacon that they like bake in the oven with brown sugar, and then they smother it with syrup, and you have to eat it. You have to. And this was my silverware was wrapped in this. I thought it was really cute. So I kept track of everything that we did each day, and then I drew this picture of my son at graduation after he earned his master's degree in robotics. So here's a stencil you can see through there. And then on this next page, we went to Ted Montana's grill. My brother and his wife are foodies, and they always know the best places to eat. So we went to Ted Montana's grill. It was really good. If you've not been to one and you have the chance, I recommend it. So I kept the straw wrapper, and then this paper over here was on the table, and I did a little tip in here, and at the end of the night, I was like stacking everybody's plates and tearing off the pieces that had some food on them. And the waiter was kind of looking at me like I had lost my mind. And I told him that I was keeping the paper that was under the table, because this was like the tablecloth. And so I very carefully took all of the paper. And then when we were walking out, he had rolled up like a 3 or 4 foot long piece, and he gave me another piece of it, which is awesome because it means I get to make a zine or a journal. So we went to Topgolf. I asked my son what he wanted to do with the family for fun. And so this was, I don't know if this was a napkin or what the French fries were in or something. And then we went to Busaba, which was a Thai restaurant. That was very good. And we stayed at a Delta. So I put our little card in there. And I have some pictures that I haven't printed out yet. I'm going to put pictures across this part. But you can see on here where I covered this with some tissue and some scrap papers, and I've got more stenciling, and here is the messiest part of my table, and you can see all the things that like here I tried to make a crown. I just think this is so cool. This is some tissue from something that we bought that I put on there. I mean, you know, I would recommend that you try this because this was a lot of fun. And I didn't think I was going to get everything in to this day or this page because we were there for 9 days. But I did it. It was really, really wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed this quick flip through, and let me know in the comments if you try to make a zine with your scrap paper, and let me know how big it is. I would be interested to see if anybody makes one bigger than 8.5 by 8.5. Thanks for watching.